Hello everyone, it's Lumi. Today I'll be talking about how to save money. So we all know it's really difficult to save money in Japan due to so many expenses like your house rent and your gas bill, electricity bill, and water bill, and many more. So today I'm gonna be teaching you how to save money in Japan. Okay, buying food in Japan, I would recommend you to buy food at once. Don't buy food like, oh, I bought food today, so tomorrow I'll buy food again, or next tomorrow I'll buy another food, or I want to be surviving on bento. It can't really pay. For me, like, I used to try my best to cook, despite the fact that I'm busy. I still try my best to cook all the time. So this helped me to save a lot of money because if you go to restaurants, you're gonna be charged for the additional staff effort. These people use effort to cook the food and all that. But if you cook yourself, you don't need to tax yourself for any extra charge and all that. So that's why it's better for you to cook yourself if you can. If you can, you just try to cook for yourself, and it's gonna help. It's gonna go a long way um, with you saving money in Japan. Calculate your regular spending. For example, your house rent, your gas bill, your electricity bill, your water bill, and all that. So you have to calculate it. You calculate it. How much is, the total cost. So if you know the total cost, you will know how to, add and manage your budget. So the first thing I'm talking about, please remember this, is for you to have a budget. It's very, very important. If you don't have a budget, there is no how you can save money in Japan. You need to plan the way you save money in Japan. In case of the preference, having preferences is just like you choosing the best or the most needed items for yourself. So for example, it's going to be really pointless to have a wired earphone, and because you see people using wireless earphone, you want to do the same thing they are doing. If you have the money to buy additional wireless earphone, then that's very good. It's better. You can do it that way. You can do it your own way. But if you don't have the money, you don't need to do it because you already have one. They all serve the same purpose. It's just that, due to the modernization and the technology, you can now use, you can listen to music, you can watch Facebook on your phone, you can watch videos, on your phones, with the wireless headphones. They serve the same purpose. For example, you got a new job and you want to get a new apartment. If you don't have enough savings, how are you going to get it? This is going to be very difficult, right? But if you have enough savings, you can get an apartment and you still have some extra money with you, to buy food and all that. But if you don't have enough savings, you can't even get an apartment. Talk less of getting, the money to buy food. So this is what I mean by you have to set a preference for yourself to know what you need and what you don't need at the moment. Yeah, so you need to list the things that are important for you first before going to the things that are less important. So after that, you have to know your limit. That's the last part of you saving money in Japan. You have to know your limit. So for example, you go out with your friend and you guys want to buy stuff or you want to drink stuff together. You have to know your limit. You don't just buy things because oh, my friend is buying that, I want to buy this as well. No, you have to know your limit. And if you're shy because you don't know how to tell your friend that, oh, I don't have money, you just tell them like, shokuyoku ga nai. It means like you you don't feel like eating. That's it. Like maybe you don't have appetite or sort of. So just look for a way to limit your spending. So for example, there was a time I went out with one of my friend, and we go to the restaurant. I'm just telling you this for you to understand how to maintain your limit. So we were eating, and I just told him that, oh, I've eaten at home, so right now I cannot eat too much because I've eaten already. And he was like, oh yeah, cool, cool, it's okay since you've eaten at home. But actually I had just little at home. I still wanted to eat more, but I knew my limit, because if I don't set my limit, if I don't set that boundary, I will spend more than I should. So knowing my limit helped me, and I was able to, like, spend just a little. I didn't spend too much of money that day, and I was able to still, add that to my savings. I mean, the one I didn't spend. That's the way it goes. It's just happened that way. If you don't know your limit, if you don't have a budget, and if you don't set your preferences, it's very difficult to save money, not only in Japan, in anywhere you go. So, and the last thing I want to say is for you to have this kind of friends who can advise you. I mean, good advice. You need people around you who can tell you sometimes, like, oh, why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it this way? Because they say two heads are better than just one. So that's what I'm trying to say. Have good friends. These friends will tell you or motivate you. They'll caution you, like, oh, you spend it too much, bro. You shouldn't be spending too much like this, blah blah blah. Remember, you have to do this, you have to do that next week. This kind of friends will keep motivating you. They'll keep telling you, like, you still need to do this, you still need to do that. And if you're young, for example, like my age, if you're of my age, I would advise you to have a savings for your own future. Because maybe, for example, you want to do something in the future. You want to, for example, you want to have your own business. For example, you want to buy something, I mean, that is really big. I mean, that's why you need to have this savings. You need to have a savings. Some people don't have a savings because they don't have a target. They don't have a goal. So right now, I'm talking about the reason why some people don't think of having savings. So it's because they don't really think far. This is the time that you can work and gather money and save money. Once you become old, it's very difficult to work, and when it's difficult to work, it's difficult to actually do the things you want to do. So when you work, save money at this age, try to save it, and when it becomes when it gets to the time that you need the money, then you can be able to use the money for what you want to do. For example, you want to buy a house, you want to have your own business, you want to buy a car, you can use your savings to buy it. If you have any other question, contact me in the link below and let's talk. Drop your comment in the link below and I will reply to your comments. See you again next time.